Good afternoon and welcome to EBTV's coverage of East Brunswick High School athletics. Today, boys volleyball against the Hawks of J.P. Stevens. Hi, I'm Ken Saroka along with Melissa Stauss. And Melissa, 19-4 record, but is this a kind of game that you really don't want to play because you might be looking ahead to the GMC tournament too much?
You still got to always take one game at a time. You know, this is a big night for everybody and the seniors, and it's a night that they can enjoy. You know, it's senior night, and they still need to win. They still need to go out and play a strong game so that they could go into GMCs knowing that they could go out there and play.
The 4 losses have come to 4 quality opponents, including 2 very painful losses to our arch rival, St. Joe's. They've been beating up the teams that they really need to beat up. Is this a case today where Coach Rush is going to ask that this team go all out and show that they are one of the best teams in this county as well as the state? I think,
along with Coach Rutz and the team, they always want to go out and play. Whether it's J.P. Stevens, Edison, or St. Joe's, they're going to go out and they're going to play their hearts out, especially on senior night. And it's, you know, maybe not their last home game, but it's coming towards the end, and they know that. So, what
have been the keys on the offensive side of the ball here for East Brunswick?
Definitely, it all starts with the pass. But I mean, you have big hitters, Mike Quedall. Rohan hit 571, I believe, on at the Super 6 on Saturday. So you got some big, strong hitters, but they all need to come through. So.
Now on the defensive side too, it's a matter of playing a solid defensive game and taking advantage of opportunities, I guess, too.
Yeah, I mean, it all starts with pass, and Ryan Norland right now is starting libero, and he picks up everything. He sees everything. He's, you know, a midi in soccer, so he just knows to go after the ball and go get it, and that's what he does.
Is this a kind of match here, because with the GMC tournament coming up soon, that you might see a little more bench substitutions, or is basically Coach Greg Rutz just going to use the same lineup, same rotation?
I know out of practice he's been doing starters verse, and they need to get comfortable because now is the time. It's winding down, GMC start, and he needs those guys to get comfortable playing together for playoffs and GMCs and states.
Again, the Bears 19-4 coming into this match, and it is senior night, so we'll have those introductions for you in just a moment. And as mentioned in the pregame show, it is senior night here, and we'd like to take the time to recognize our senior volleyball players and managers, as well as their parents, for their dedication to the program. A lot of long hours.
Yes.
And they're going to have a little bit of a celebration afterwards with the team as they set it up in this sub-gym. And we first start with Jane Azanaro, the team manager, who will be attending the University of Maryland, escorted by her mom, Lorraine. Andy Balint.
Yes.
Escorted by Andrea and Victor Balint. He's going to Ramapo.
I believe playing next year.
Ben Fan, escorted by his family, parents Esther and Alex. Ben will be going to Quinnipiac University. Mike Vidal will be going to George Mason University. Carol and Ken Vidal, his parents, escorting him. Ryan Norland, escorted by Jean and Dave Norland. And Ryan will be heading up Interstate 81 to Ithaca. And Rohan Patel, escorted by Bella and Ashok Patel. Rohan will be going to Boston University. And our last senior is Stefan Yap, and escorted by his mom, Lolita, and sister. And Stefan will be going to Rutgers University. Again, these are our senior members of the volleyball team and their parents. And again, we thank them. We'll be back with the opening action of Game 1 in just a moment.
Our big hitters.
And we are back here as they're introducing the starting lineups. And for the Hawks of J.P. Stevens, Riley Wong, Kevin Huang, Mike O'Malley, Victor Kwan, and Kevin Lee. And the libero is Doug Atmatzidis. Say that 5 times fast. For your Bears of East Brunswick,
we have 28, Andy Balint. Number 2, Ben Fan. 32, Mike Quedall. Your libero, 48, Ryan Norland. Number 10, Rohan Patel. 25, Stefan Yap. And Pete Lisiak, number 13.
Pretty much an all-senior lineup.
Yeah. Pete Sherrod man out.
The games are played to 25 with rally scoring. No longer. When did they change that rule? I keep forgetting when they changed it to where
Definitely
you don't have to have serve to score the points.
Definitely a much better way to play the game. Just faster and
well, I can remember one of the state
aggressive.
championships. I think the one that was played at one of the early ones at College Avenue Gym at Rutgers that just dragged on because the one game just couldn't end. Nobody could manage that 2-point.
Yeah.
That 2-point victory there. Bears will be dressed in the home whites with the green shorts. The Hawks are in yellow, with the exception of the liberos. And East Brunswick will be defending the court to your right on the television screen. We'd like to thank the people from EBTV for coming out and covering our athletic contests here every season, practically every sport imaginable. And they always do a great job, and we greatly appreciate that. East Brunswick will serve to start the game.
And we start with, nope, never mind.
No, actually,
JP Stevens is
going to
serving.
start. And serving will be Riley Wang.
Ryan Norland starts with a pass. And Andy Boleyn with your first kill. Actually running a 6-2. When Andy's in the front row, he's a hitter. When he's in the back row, he sets.
Bears up 1-0. Strong serve.
And cross. Nice save.
And good judgment there on the Bears' part there. That was Pete Lisiak to let that one go right through. Bears up 2-0. Balint serving for East Brunswick.
Another strong serve. Stefan right back with a kill on the overpass by JP Stevens.
Take advantage of the mistakes.
Yes.
That was you don't want to give JP Stevens a chance to recover there. They were expecting, I guess, 2 or 3 passes to set up their offense. 3-0 our score, and Andy puts it right into the net, giving up the point. 3-1, Bears lead. Kevin Huang waiting to get the okay to serve here.
Mike Quedal with the pass.
That one came right back at Stefan Yap and kind of got caught in between there. Couldn't bring it up.
Huang will go back to serve.
Now that was a little, what's the rule on that? Because it looked like Rohan was actually over.
Once it hits the plane of the net, either side could go after the ball. So.
Okay.
As long as it's above the plane of the net. Stefan Yap sails out of bounds.
Serving will be Doug Watzidis. And puts it
you might have to say that a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Start practicing. Ryan Norland goes back to serve. Our names are a little easier.
Oh, and unfortunately Stefan Yap could not handle that one.
Back JP Stevens goes to serve.
5-4, Bears up. Not exactly the way I guess you would have hoped to have started this game.
Yeah, you'd like to start a little bit of a run. I guess everybody's just getting comfortable. And there it is. Queedall with the kill.
When was the last match East Brunswick played? You said this.
Actually, they had Piscataway on Monday.
Piscataway on Monday, okay.
Yes. And then this past weekend was the big Super 6.
Lisiak drops it over.
Back set. Right to Ryan Norland. Ooh. And Lisiak goes under just a little bit.
just
a little bit.
Yeah. Going back to serve for JP Stevens, Kevin Lee. No substitutions yet here for East Brunswick.
Good pass.
And that would, you could just sense Mike knowing where exactly the open space was on the floor. Is that the case when I mean, honestly, he was targeting someone who was very small, one of the smallest player. I mean, I'm not, it's not being, rude or anything, but that was the case where the coverage area you don't expect.
You definitely open your eyes when you swing and aim for a open spot, or you pick a target and you just hit the ball. He does that line shot quite often, and it works well, and it's effective.
Bears up 8-5. A little floater.
I think it was aiming for the B on the other side. Came up a bit short.
And Atmazidas checks out, and Victor Kwan checks in. And we have ooh, that one just dropped over the net. Monty Pujani checked in and is serving.
It's Andy with the kill.
Rohan Patel will check in, and Ryan Norland will check out for the Bears.
Rohan having quite a swinging season, so let's see if he can keep it up this game. He's hitting .464. If you think of it like a batting average, it's pretty good.
A lift call on the Hawks, point to the Bears, 10-7.
Getting a little bit of a run here going.
Ben Fan serving.
Dig by Pete Lisiak. Stefan on the cross. And a big block by Rohan Patel.
Well, that's one thing. You can't teach size. You can't teach big. And I think East Brunswick has always managed to find at least a couple players. Yeah. Going back years ago to names like Dave Oshry, just to plug up that middle. And certainly Queedall and Rohan Patel both
definitely
6'5".
fit that bill.
So.
Mike Queedall, I believe, is 6'8". Volleyball height on the program probably says 7 feet. And it looks like a timeout is taken by JP Stevens at 12-7.
12-7. And Coach Greg Rutt's going to rally up his troops here, keep them focused. For the JP Stevens Hawks, Coach Patty Savulich. JP 11-9 coming into this match. So not exactly, not a bad opponent, but I mean, is it honestly that much of a difference in the Middlesex County, St. Joe's, East Brunswick, and then everybody else? I mean, come on, be honest.
Yeah, you'd hate to say that, but
I mean, nobody over there on the bench is hearing this.
Right.
All kinds of fans showing up here, including some of the really, really young fans there. If we can get our camera crew just to look up above the guy with the player with the ball.
All right,
So, yeah, really young fans coming out. I guess a future girls volleyball player in the making there.
Aw.
Taking in the action here.
Adorable.
Adorable. Yes, watching the action intently here. 12-7 our score. Ben Fan serving.
That's an ace right out of the timeout by Ben Fan.
That serve didn't look, noticeably difficult or different than any others. It just, I guess you're not paying attention to it.
Yeah, the one in the middle, he was like backpedaling as he passed. So he's got to set his feet and pass the ball or step to it. And
well, that's another case there. He looked like he was backing up.
Yeah,
and then
gotta definitely stop your feet and don't backpedal when you pass. It is a good float serve. It looks like it's coming right at you, and then all of a sudden it moves or drops, and That one squeaks by Rohan's block. Rohan actually has 25 block. Never mind. He's got about 40 on the season. About 40 blocks on the season, a little bit more.
Oh.
Mike Quedal missing out of the back row.
Case maybe he just got up a little too high for that one. Rarefied air up that high. 14-9. Hawks.
Good pass.
Keeping it reasonably close.
And
yeah,
there's Rohan.
Yeah, and for the Hawks, Kevin Lee just really couldn't do anything about that. That was aiming right at his feet. Norland checks in. Lisiak out for the Bears. Andy Balint serving.
Oh, and just out. Squeaks off the net.
And the net is good. If it hits the net and goes over, it's not like a tennis, a let serve.
Kevin Wong goes back to serve for JP Stevens. Score 15-10. This is Tyler Janchuk. And looks like we have a net call on the Bears on the block.
Tyler Janchuk, number 7 on the front line there for the Bears. 15-11.
Solid pass.
And a quick lethal hit in between.
It's just quick. Just got to react to it, know where he is, and find him.
Stefan Yap back to serve.
Another overpass. Rohan goes up to block. Good save by that libero.
Yeah, Rohan was at least a foot over the other side when he touched that, but he didn't hit the net. So,
and right through the block. Quedal with the kill.
How do you defend again? You have to be like right up on the net to block that effectively. If you're back, is that going to slip through your hands and on your side?
Yeah, if you don't go up and over and penetrate, it's just going to go straight down like a waterfall. They're calling net on that one. They wish that wasn't a net, but
yeah, there was the net.
I think that hit the 1 foot line, but definitely would have been pretty.
And the crowd reacted to that. And even Mike knew that was a little.
Yeah.
So he makes up for it by
nice touch.
Almost taking somebody's head off. Norland.
Good talk. And touched by the back row player on JP
after
Stevens.
you've just seen two or three major kills like that, and then he just taps it over the net.
Yeah, it definitely throws you for a loop. They're probably on that side backpedaling because they don't want one in the face, but that'll definitely throw you off. Looked like a double to me on that one.
Yeah.
Tyler, off the hands, good save. Ooh, that's definitely
a lift.
Definitely a lift. Facing one way and throwing it the other way will warrant that call by Norland, so goes back to serve.
Bears up 19-12. Jumps to and he
hammers a ball.
But he was moving
Mike
laterally
Quedal,
too, not just, not
he did
forward.
A slide serve.
Oh, and there the Bears got caught as everybody was up close to the net and nobody was back defending. 19-13. Serving now for the Hawks. Mike O'Malley.
Stefan with some acrobatics as he tries to get that ball back over the net. There it goes. That's much more like it.
Yep.
That was Ben Fan who actually, him and Mike made a cross pattern, so Mike drew the block into the middle and Ben was wide open to take a swing on the outside. All starts with a pass.
Lisiak back to serve for the Bears.
And Mike lift off the block. Good let. Mike Quidal will go back to serve.
And you look at that spin on that ball. If you could have seen that spin.
Score 22-15 right now for the Bears.
Bears with GMC first round action on Friday.
Yeah, seating meeting is tomorrow night, so I'm not. We still, as of yesterday, weren't sure if it was Friday or Saturday first round, but seating meeting will be tomorrow night. We're looking at 2, where St. Joe's will be a 1 seed, and we will be 2. So we should have a bye. There's Andy Boleyn off the right side. Rohan Patel checks back in. Ryan Norland will step out until Ben is done serving. Nice float serve.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah.
Just floats and it looks like it's going to carry, and it just moves. It's
knuckleball.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Doesn't spin, nothing.
Game point here for the Bears, up 24-16. Ben Fan serving.
That ball's just going to drop. Tight set.
Out.
And just out, no touch. So that would be the end of game 1. 25-16 is the score, and we will switch sides and do it again.
You mentioned that in the old days, we were talking about the old days when it was not rally scoring. Can you get a game that's so fast you really don't get into any kind of rhythm? You win it so fast or lose it so fast that you really don't feel out of it or feel into it?
There's a few of those. There's a few of those you barely go through rotations. Like you feel like you were hardly out there and the game is over. But, you know.
Obviously, you want to win those kind of games real quick.
Yeah, exactly. It's a faster paced game. It's more exciting for the fans, and it's definitely a good rule change. A whole lot of rule changes coming up next year also. Starting next year, we're allowed to use your feet, whereas right now it's waist up. And
so we have kick saves.
They're implementing, they're implementing below the belt.
Now, is that something that is not just at high school level, but at colleges and club and pro, and international ranks?
Yeah, that's all up there. Obviously, on the beach, it's fine. Yeah, high school. I'm not really sure about club, to be honest. I don't think it's at the club level, but definitely D1 college, pros. So
I mean,
we're
it's
getting
not like these people, not like the really skilled players here are going to be flopping around like hockey goalies,
right?
Because they're so used to using their hands and going for balls like that. It's just that one time.
Yeah, there's a. I don't know. Maybe it's more likely to happen at EB because they're like their soccer instinct. But yeah, we would probably prefer not to. And you don't want it to become a lazy thing where if they just stick out their foot, they're good. You want them to still use their skills and the fundamentals to get the ball and get get what they need to do done that way. But it'll be exciting and different. You could use a multicolored ball next year. So, and one for Coach Rutz, he will be allowed to stand and walk back and forth. You can hardly keep him in his seat, so he gets in trouble off of that one. So that's a good one for him. The basketball rule will be implemented for coaches.
Again, Bears winning the first game handily. Now second of this best 2 out of 3 against JP Stevens. I'm Ken Saroka along with Melissa Stauss, bringing you all the action on EBTV. Boys varsity volleyball, a sport that has only about a 15-year history here at East Brunswick, maybe less even, but certainly successful with 6 state championships. Mentioned that off camera before the game that 6 state championships in boys volleyball is third in the history of the school, behind the boys gymnastics program, which literally won practically every state championship from 1969 through 88, except for 5 years, and girls soccer, who has 8 state championships. So very, very.
Program is definitely still headed in good places towards the future. So.
Okay, Ryan Norland is back in now.
JP Stevens using their full 3 minutes in between games to get themselves situated and calm down. Andy Balint will be our first server for the Bears.
And they will serve left to right on your television screen.
Here we go. So it's off with a nice strong serve. Through the block, and I believe we had net on that one. Oh, never mind, JP Stevens had net. I can't even see the net from here, so. Can't see it when I'm sitting on the bench, and I can't see it from up here. I seem to always be wrong. Andy will go back to serve again. Andy has 57 aces on the season. There's the block.
There's the block. Tyler Janchik and Rohan Patel on that one. Bears up 2-0 to start this second game. This game will be broadcast a couple of different times on EBTV. Please check the website, which is linked to the Public Library website, or Channel 3 for broadcast times.
Andy.
3-0.
Working that libero to pass his serves. Free ball given over by JP Stevens. And
that's why you don't give free balls to East Brunswick.
Give a free ball, it's coming right back.
And probably at twice the speed.
Definitely.
4-0. And that's not a good defensive reaction there by Brandon Lee for the Hawks.
Looks like JP Stevens just needs to pass the ball right now. Well, change up there. Rohan with another block.
Not the most dramatic, but certainly the most effective, just to drop it back over.
And we have a quick timeout here by JP Stevens, down 6-0.
Try to break the momentum here. Again, Coach Greg Rutz pretty much keeping, I guess, to his regular rotations here.
Yeah. It's like EB is out and going back onto the court.
Well, I mean, what really can you say? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, we were just tipped off to something here that might happen.
We were tipped off to a play once we get to serve 6, which isn't for a while if Andy still serves. So
yeah,
we have a while before it happens.
If Andy goes on a nice little run here, we might not even see it.
So we'll see what happens. That's a better pass from JP Stevens, probably what they need, and there it is.
So the momentum is broken, 6-1.
Victor Kwan. Nope, I am sorry, I thought that said 11. It says 17, that would be Kevin Wong.
Free ball given away
stayed on his side.
By East Brunswick there.
Tight, and looked like Rohan again, I think. He touched that ball. Stefan Yap going back to serve. Ooh, good spot. Line judge making a very decisive call down there, or an aggressive call. Split the libero and.
Well, that is court sense. You have to know how many. It's like the warning track in baseball. You have to know where it is.
Got to know where you are on the court at all times.
Ooh. What?
They're
questioning whether or not that ball came on inside or outside of the antenna.
Our line judge says no, but our line judge is calling it inside the antenna, which would make it a kill. Our referee thinks it was outside the antenna, so the two referees will talk about it.
I mean, certainly Andy immediately, when he kind of half defended against it, and he kind of put his hands up like, yeah, that was out.
Yeah.
That was on the outside of the antenna. Then we might have a do-over here, right? That's a possibility. The referees could both. No?
Nope. Touch off the block, so it is JP Stevens' ball. Stayed inside the antenna.
And one of the things that might notice if we have a wider shot here is that each team contributes one line judge here to the game, usually a JV player in this case with the varsity or an injured varsity player, and they help in the calls. That one, no need for a call there. 9-2 our score. Ryan Norland will go back to serve for East Brunswick.
Into the libero. Dig by Andy, and libero in great position.
One of the things I guess, you know, the casual observer who comes here will watch these two teams will notice that the East Brunswick team is constantly in motion.
Yes.
Whereas you have a lot of standing around on the JP Stevens. There's that kind of slide serve.
Yeah. Tyler just getting there a little too late.
And Andy Valent never had a chance really to go in and dig that one out. 10-3.
That's Ben Fan with the kill. Mike screaming yes on the play, hoping that JP Stevens would get fooled, thinking he would get the ball. So Ben again is open to take the kill.
Peter Lisiak now back to serve. Bears up 11-3.
Backpedaling.
Backpedaling again, yeah.
Backpedaling. Ball might have dropped. He probably thought it was going to come a little bit further, and he backed up, and it just dropped. Pete again. There's that. There it is. Just drops.
Again, clumped up, but yet there's enough open space for the Bears to drop one in.
(13-3) here.
Yeah,
just couldn't take that one out of the net. Looks like another timeout will be taken by JP Stevens.
No, it did work the last time, I guess.
Yeah,
to break the momentum.
Yeah, need a little something going.
Again, Coach Greg Russ. Not really much you can say here, except continue to keep the focus.
Send him back out. Just keep going out and play. Just play. I don't know if 14-3, it's going to be a tough road for JP Stevens to fight the way back.
Is it hard also for the team to keep its focus, considering a number of seniors will be taking AP exams? We're in the middle of the AP exam cycle. Those exams could interrupt practice. If you have the afternoon exam, you're not done until 4 o'clock. Maybe you've had 2 exams and your brain is like silly putty.
Just pride.
Because there are some very academically talented students on this team. So that's not just, they're not just athletes, they're very good student athletes. I mean, you look at some of the colleges that our seniors are going to, you know, Boston University, Ithaca, George Mason, Quinnipiac. I mean, they're all top flight educational institutions.
Stefan Yap, back to Mike Quedal.
And it's nice about Lisiak passed it over, but then immediately jumped back into position to defend. And as I said, we're talking about movement. You have movement with the ball, off the ball.
They call volleyball chaotic. You're never in one spot. You might play a position, but you're always moving in and out. Whoa.
Oh. Ball just snuck over the net.
Just unlucky for JP Stevens. Very unlucky.
Yeah, that is probably the one rule that as the casual observer, I'm not a fan of, because you kind of
either have the luck or you don't have the luck.
Yeah.
Just always got to see the ball.
What was that all about?
That was last year's block
cheer.
Cheer. I guess they got tired of their other one. I don't know. All right, there it ends. The streak 17-3. EB will go to receive.
Okay, is it time for that secret play next rotation for the?
Not quite yet. You still have another server and then Ben Fan. No touch on that one. There is no touch. And out. They say ball never lies, but I didn't see. That should have been 4 by eBay. I don't think that ever hit a blocker. And that's what JP Stevens is arguing right now. The ball, all right. I guess it's staying with eBay, so.
Oh.
Don't know why he didn't just drop it and let it go and reserve. It looks like, I don't know if somebody was saying something to him from the bench that distracted him, but.
Or maybe he wants to get to Ben's serve. Maybe.
No, that's, all right. Lift on Andy off the block. 18-6. Monty Punjani back to serve. Andy, who just hit out of the middle. Pete with a dig, but just too much into the net. Couldn't be handled by Stefan Yap. And we need a little bit of side out here.
A little bit of seriousness here.
Yeah. A pass. Ooh.
And
Ryan came up to cover, but he covered backwards. JP Stevens still looking alive here.
well, nothing that can kill a rally better than that.
Yeah.
And here we go. So let's focus in on our East Brunswick serve here. We were promised something special here and a play here. So we got to watch this very carefully.
All right, a block by Rohan.
All right, now. So it's coming up soon, or now what is exactly we were supposed to?
I think he said a trandom.
Right.
Basically, 3 hitters will look like they are all hitting the ball, and then somebody else will come out of almost nowhere. Let's see. There's Stefan, Mike's it out of the back row. Probably Rohan, Stefan will go up to attack the ball, and somebody else will come in and hit it from behind. But that one, I'm hoping they'll run it. Coach Rudd seemed very excited.
Yeah. 21-8.
Yeah,
well, not gonna happen
into the
here.
net.
So maybe we don't see it.
Maybe we don't.
21-9.
EB figuring out what they're going to set and what they're going to play. Out of, oh.
That looked, yeah.
There it is.
Out. Net.
that I think was it.
Yeah. Yeah. It didn't.
It would have confused me also. Maybe again here. There it is. No, maybe not. Okay, but Rohan puts one away. Yeah. Rohan has now probably about 180 something kills on the season, adding to his total. I don't think, knock on wood here, for the last, hopefully the last 3 points, he has not had an error today. Andy Blunt back to serve. Tight set. Good cover by Tyler, getting his own ball back. Great ball. Good set by Ryan right to the outside. Stepped on the line, back row attacker. Number 18 had his foot over the line when he jumped, which he cannot. He has to be behind the line in order to attack that ball.
Which gives somebody like, you know, our taller players, I guess, because they have bigger, you know, obviously longer legs can cover more ground before hitting that line.
Good cover. That was a little set off the net. And Rohan, another block. We have match point by the Bears. See how we finish off here.
Oh. That would have been such a cheater if it just
that one
dribbled over.
As Russ would say, let's play that point again.
Yeah. 24-10, East Brunswick ahead.
All right, Norland, good pass, and Mike out of the back row to kill and finish this match at 25-11. 2-0. EB wins on senior night.
All right. Yeah, it is senior night, and you want to win, obviously, but you want to prepare for the tournament. And obviously, if you think ahead and you think you should be meeting St. Joe's in the final sometime middle of next week, what do you have to do to improve? Does this game help you at all improve toward that goal? Because you lost 2 games. You lost two matches to St. Joe's already.
Yes.
They've got your number. They're in your head. What do you do?
I think you got to focus and take one game at a time. Let the starters get comfortable playing with each other. I unfortunately was not able to see their games against St. Joe's. I had my own freshman matches, so I know both times he's had different lineups in. So they need to get comfortable with a good, solid lineup and just go out there and practice together and get used to each other so that they go out there and win.
And this is a time when you shorten the bench. You go with only a very limited rotation, barring injury?
Yes.
Okay. All right, our score 2-0 here against the J.P. Stevens Hawks. For Melissa Stauss, I'm Ken Saroka. Again, we'd like to thank the EBTV technical crew for coming out, doing a super job giving our athletics a chance to be seen locally here on EBTV. We thank you for tuning in and hope to see you, if not this season, but later this season, maybe next season on EBTV. Thanks again.